I met this girl when I was 14. First year in high school, and I was nervous. I wasn't the type of dude that liked to meet new people because, frankly, I hated new people. I was an introvert. I ignored everyone that wanted to meet me. And if someone wanted to come and shake my hand or give me a high five, I would just stand there with my hands in my pockets, my body frozen. It made people feel awkward at first, but then they stepped back a bit. I was at ease when people didn't notice me. I've never had real friends before. First day, I went to chemistry and started to notice everyone's eyes staring at me, and my heart dropped. I quickly ran to my seat and sat there with my notebook waiting for the teacher to come and teach. It was like a minute or two until I saw the most beautiful girl in our year. She had brown hair, hazel eyes, and she took my heart away in an instant. I was never the type to be someone's ideal man because I wasn't good looking. She sat behind me, just looking so casual when every other boy in the classroom was looking at her and the girls being all jealous. I knew I wouldn't have the chance because I don't know what to do or say. I've never really had a relationship before. All I care about was school and grades and make my parents proud. Her very first words to me was, "Hey, do you have a spare pen that I can borrow?" And I replied, "Here, yeah, keep it." And I know what you guys might be thinking. Wow, really? That's all? Trust me, guys. As much as I hate people, those words kind of stuck with me. A few months have passed, and we literally had the same classes as each other. We didn't talk, but we always stared at each other. It was weird at first, but I kind of liked it. Not in a weird way. Then suddenly she came up to me and introduced herself. "Hi, I'm Georgina. I know I haven't introduced myself yet, but I really want to get to know you." I was shocked and scared because I have major trust issues and I'm not good with girls. So I said, "I know, I'm Larzan." And I ran away. I was sweating so hard that I left my English class without caring about the teacher or the students there. The next day, she came up to me again, and she was interested in me. So she made the first move and asked me out. I was literally gonna faint, but I man up, and I said, "Yeah, okay, sure." Knowing my heart, it was about to burst open. So the first few days had passed, and it was the night. The Saturday night of our date. I dressed up really nice. I went a bit extra, but then again, who cares, right? So I met her in front of this amusement park and we had fun. We went on rides, explored for a bit, and just sat down eating food. I wasn't the ideal date, but it was my first and it meant a lot to me. So the park was closing soon, so we took the last ride and just looked at the stars while riding. It was the most romantic ride for couples. I held her hand, not giving any cares, and she looked at me and said, "I think I like you." And I replied the same, of course, and then I just looked at her and stared at her. So, I don't know if we're official or anything, but one thing's for sure is that we both like each other. We dated for a bit, 8 months into the reload. We were such a strong couple at school until I started noticing something weird about her. I barely saw her at school. She wasn't responding to any of my texts or calls. So I thought something had happened with her family. I went over and saw nothing. Her parents' car wasn't even there, but there was someone else's. So I went up in there and I saw a pile of clothes on the floor and I heard noises upstairs. So I went up and I opened the door slightly and I saw her with another dude. She was happy, she was kissing him and screaming his name. I was truly devastated. I left the house and I went back home and cried. I didn't know what to do or feel. I started to stay home every day and I lost track with my grades. I have no friends to tell my problems, and my parents were too busy with work. 2 weeks have passed and I finally got the courage to come to school. And the first thing that happened was seeing her. We both looked at each other very awkwardly, and she said to me, "We need to talk." She was nervous about saying that, like, she was going to like break up with me or something. So we talked and she confessed that she had cheated. I was angry, but then again, I couldn't really do anything about it. I know I went to your house that day and I saw you with that dude. She was shocked. She was crying and saying sorry to me, but all I said was, it's okay. I'm used to people leaving me. So I wish you happiness. I left and I started to clench my fist, and I punched the wall very hard and I almost broke my knuckles. It was hard. I should have stuck to my gut and just ignored everyone and trusted myself. She was my first love. She broke me. But I wish nothing but happiness and gratitude towards her because she taught me what life is about, what love was about, and what having a friendship was all about. Even if I had experienced the worst outcome ever. Now 4 years have passed and she's with the same dude, and honestly, I'm still happy for her. I made a few friends and I'm glad that now I'm still friends with these people. We graduated and everyone was happy. Everyone was in love. Except for me. I'm still broken about what happened. But I need to move on. And I will. Not now, but soon. Always I'll find someone one day and they will love me like I will love them. And this time, I would have my happy ending.